Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new live. Today we are going to be making sourdough discard pizza. Yeah. If you are new to my channel, this is our 7-day sourdough series. The month of August is all about redemption. It is about things that I tried to make over the past 3 months while I was live streaming that didn't actually work out. Now, the pizza worked out, but it really wasn't, something to talk about. So we're going to try again. Yesterday, we made strawberry muffins. The day before, we made sweet potato bread. And the day before that, we made banana bread. So it's day number 4, and it's going to be all about the pizza. I'm super excited. One, I love pizza. I know it's going to come out. Is it going to be the way I want it to be? I don't know yet. So we will see as we go through the process. Because typically the recipes that I share with you, they usually need about 3 to 4 hours bulk ferment. And once you shape, if it's something that needs shaping, you need about 30 minutes to an hour, maybe 2 hours. So I try to make it so it's short. The time frame is short. However, we're not always successful, but it's okay. And I just want to let y'all know I'm tired. Okay. This is day number 4 and I'm done. I'm over it. I was thinking about all the things that we need to make still. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to make anything right now that requires me to wait a significant amount of time. I want to make something that I can mix up maybe 30 minutes and then bake it because, baby, okay, I have stuff to do. Anyways, let's get into this recipe. Let's get into the pizza. Where's my recipe? Every single time I come on camera and I think I'm ready, I have to go looking for stuff. I need to be more organized. Here we go. So I have my recipe written out here in cups. So I'll give it to you as we go through. So the first thing we're going to do is to get our, not starter, our discard. And if you are new to me, his name is Fred. He was born in March of this year. And we started making all kind of good stuff with him ever since. Okay. I mean, I'm telling you, we've made, hold on. Wow. We've made lots of stuff. We've made hush puppies, crab cakes, fish cakes. Maybe I made fish cakes. Banana bread, banana fritters, cinnamon roll. What else did we make? Pizza, sweet potato bread, banana bread, I said, carrot cake we did. Honestly, we did so many different things. Crackers. We've also did chocolate chip cookies, brownies. All of this we've done with our discard. And let me tell you, it's been fun, okay? It's been fun. It's been delicious. My belly tells on me because I have a big one right now, okay? But that's okay. I don't need a summer body anymore. Summer's almost done. Whatever. Anyways, we are going to be adding the discard to our mixing bowl. If you know, sometimes I mix things by hand. Most of the times I just use my mixer because it's faster for me, more convenient. But this is our discard. This is what he's looking like. He's super active. And he smells very yeasty and delicious. So I'm here for that. So I'm just going to make sure you're able to see everything with no issues. I foresee that falling, so we're moving it aside. Okay, so for the discard, we need about 200 grams, which is about 1 cup of discard. I would say active discard because mine is active, but honestly, just use what you have. That's pretty much what I can tell you. Use what you have because you just need time. You need time. You need patience. Mine's been in the fridge for like months. and he's still active. He's active in the fridge. It slowed down the fermentation, but he's still fermented. He's still bubbly. There's still life happening. And that's always a good thing. I've never experienced a discard so far that didn't have life per se. That's watery. I find in just looking at videos around YouTube, I find that the ones that are people say that they're unfed are liquidy. Mine's never liquidy. But that's also because I'm always actively adding my starter whenever I refresh Fred. And I don't, right now, I'm supposed to be refreshing every day. I don't do that. I'm not baking with him. He could relax. So I don't. So I refresh maybe like every 3 days, roughly. Or when it looks like he's done eating himself and it's time for me to add life into him, that's when I refresh. Now, is that the proper way of doing things? I don't know. That's just my way of doing it. Okay. So we have 200 grams of discard. As you can see, it's right here. Everything is here. And then we are going to add some warm water. Now, my discard tends to like warm water. I've done a test where he responds better to me with warm water. But even if you were making a yeast bread with commercial yeast, warm water definitely activates the yeast better than cold water. And warm water, I mean, you should be able to put your hand in it. Not hot water, please. Please don't use hot water, okay? Okay, so for the liquid, we're going to start with 120 grams. We may not need more than that because there's also oil in this recipe. So 120 grams. I'm just paying attention to my scale because, you know, I like going over sometimes. So this is 120 grams of water. We're going to add the sugar into this. So the dough I made previously, and by previously, I mean this morning, and I'm going to show you. I added the salt in with everything here. That's not something I like doing. And I don't know why, for the life of me, I did that this morning. I'll show you the dough in a bit. But it's a rule that I always follow, commercial yeast or no commercial yeast. The salt always goes with the flour because in my experience, the salt kills the yeast. It might not completely get rid of all the active bacteria, but it will slow down the process. Sugar feeds yeast, salt kills it. Okay? So we're just going to add the sugar, which we already did in this. Mix it with the water and the discard. Water is 120 grams, which is about a half cup. Discard 200 grams, which is about 1 cup. And sugar, we have about 5 grams, which is about 1 teaspoon. So if you need the conversion, there you have it. I typically weigh my ingredients. I don't use cups. I use teaspoons, but I don't use cups. I hardly ever use cups. I never use cups. If something comes in cups, I weigh it. I do the cups. Oh, you say this 1 cup. I put 1 cup on the scale to see how much it is. And then that's my recipe going forward. Okay, so it's mixed in. Everything is looking good. It's smelling nice and yeasty. Why? It's smelling nice and yeastful. This is the consistency that we have. And it's be good. It smells really good. It smells really sour too. And not sour in a bad sour, but it smells delicious. Like I can't wait to eat it. That's how it smells. Okay, so we have that here, and we're gonna add the oil. Now, again, I only added 120 grams of water so far. You can go up to 130 grams. However, if your mixture doesn't need it, if your dough doesn't need it, you don't need to add the additional water. So this is 120 grams. And for the oil, we have 20 grams. And this is olive oil that we're using. I want to make sure I get all the oil out because things are expensive. Okay. Listen, I just went to the supermarket and I'm like, no. I had a conversation with my friend last night trying to figure out what toppings we're going to put on the pizza. And all in all, the discussion led to the fact that cheese is expensive. Okay. Like, I shouldn't be paying $10 for a block of cheese that's going to spoil in 2 days. No. So that is 20 grams of olive oil, which is about 1 and a little bit tablespoon, maybe like 1.5 tablespoon, roughly. I would have just used 1 tablespoon, but it could be 2 tablespoons. You just have to, if you're doing your teaspoons and cups, just go with 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. So this is what it looks like. And I know I sound all over the place. I'm tired. I'm a little tired today. Okay. But that's okay. We're going to make it through. I'm going to get excited because I'm going to start getting hungry, and you already know how that goes. So this is the flour we're going to be using. It is all-purpose flour. I do not use bread flour at all. I'm not opposed to it. I just don't have it in my house. Okay, that's it. So it's all-purpose flour. This is going to be 250 grams, which is going to be about 2 cups. And then this is salt. This is 5 grams, which is going to be about a tablespoon, not a tablespoon, a teaspoon. A teaspoon, okay? Not tablespoon, teaspoon of salt. So 2 cups flour, 1 teaspoon of salt. There you have it. Okay, so we're just gonna mix it in. Like I said, I like mixing the salt into the flour just because I know how the salt reacts to the yeast, and I don't want it. I don't want to do that. And honestly, some people might not have that issue, but I don't want to chance it. I don't. So rule of thumb, salt goes with flour. Everything else goes with the discard. So I'm going to get my mixer here. And don't forget to vote for what you want to see tomorrow. We're here all week until Saturday. So it should be fun. We might sprinkle some new products in the mix with a bit of old. I got the hardest ones out of the way, the ones that cause me the most pain, okay? That sweet potato bread, painful. The banana bread, painful. Strawberry wasn't as painful, but I made it work. But them two, once we got that out of the way, done. The only other thing that I need to do is a hot dog bread. And once we get that done, I'm good. So we're going to add the flour into, can you see? No, you cannot. I mean, just moving a little closer. Okay, we're going to add the flour into the mixture. And I should have done it before, but what I like doing, so I'm just showing you all the steps I usually take. I like just scraping down my bowl. Just getting anything from the side so that once it's mixed, everything gets incorporated, nothing's left behind. And I'm not here wondering if it's because I didn't scrape it why my recipe doesn't work. Listen, I'll find every reason to blame everything but myself. Okay? That's what that is. So we're going to mix this in. It's going to be, it should be a tacky dough. And I say should because my products like embarrassing me on live stream. They do. They do whatever they want to do. So we're going to mix this in together so it's nice and blended. I don't even understand what's happening here. Sure. You know what? Let's just move you back here. I'm trying to show the people. What is happening? I'm trying to show the people. We're just gonna bring it closer. Okay. So you're just mixing it in. Now it might not be enough to grab at first. So what I like doing is just lifting my mixing bowl just a little bit so that everything gets scooped up. Don't try it if you're not sure what you're doing, because you might get hurt. So it's gonna mix in. It's gonna be good. Do I have all the ingredients? Yes. It's gonna be good. So this is the pizza dough that we're mixing in. And I'm excited because this is gonna be a very rich pizza. You know why? Because they wanted me to pay $9 for mozzarella. No. No, it's not happening. All right, so it's coming together, as you can see. And it will look dry, and you will be tempted to add more water. Maybe we need it, maybe we don't. But I wanted to completely get everything before I say I'm going to add more water. That's just how I do it. You may feel like, okay, you know what? Let me add a tablespoon. Maybe add a tablespoon. That's fine. But it's still going. It still looks like it's soft. So we don't really need to add the water just yet. And the only way I'll know if it needs more water is when I touch it. And you know, I like playing with this dough. Like I love touching it and squeezing it. So as you can see, it's coming together. Still a little dry on the bottom, which is fine. But we're going to make it work. Oh, don't I look cute? Ow. All right, so you see it's fully formed. A nice ball happening. We're just going to test it. So I'm going to, okay, sir, behave. Thank you. I am going to touch it. It's actually not bad. It's a nice tacky consistency. If you added too much water, it would be sticky. That is not what we want. So this is also what I like doing. I like scraping. It seems like it's dry, which it is, but I want to get all the dough off from the sides, everything. So I just want to make sure everything is mixed in. See, now if this had butter in the recipe, the butter would easily get the sides. So just so you see, this is what the dough is looking at. It's not fully mixed yet. I'm going to mix it in some more, but you can play with it. It's tacky. Doesn't really leave anything on. If it does, just a little bit. Okay. So I just wanted to show you that. So we're going to mix it for maybe 4 minutes. Now that everything is together. And then we are going to rest it. So the dough I'm going to show you once this is done. I'm not sure if I'm going to be happy with it. Just because of how it was mixed. Sometimes technique actually matters. But it's fine. So that's what it's looking like. And it might not take the 4 minutes, honestly. It will be like, I know what I'm looking for in a dough. So it'll probably be less time for me. Because I love baking bread, so I have an idea of what I want the dough to look like, what I want it to feel like. Okay. So we're going to get that going. And then it's good. And also, if you're saying anything in the chat and I don't respond, it's not because I'm being rude. I can't, sometimes my chat disappears, okay? So I just wanted to let you know that. Okay. We don't need this water. We're done with that. I I heard the slapping sound, so it sounds done. It looks beautiful. I'm pulling. Y'all know I love a good window pane, right? It's still shaggy, but it holds up. But it's still shaggy. I just want it to be a little smoother. You don't have to, but as long as you get a nice window pane, that's all it is. That means the gluten's already developed properly. So you should be good. Just a few more minutes. But while this is doing, we're going to get a bowl and you're going to lightly oil the bowl just to prevent sticking. I'm using vegetable oil. If you had olive oil, you can. No issues there. For this dough, I would only use the olive oil for the pizza dough or anything that had like a savory vibe to it or had olive oil in it. Everything else gets vegetable oil. Okay, I see you. And it feels better. So I just wanted to show you the difference in the mixing. So a few minutes ago, 4 seconds, you saw it was shaggy and now it's smoother, right? I like to go a little more, but we're good for this one. So we're gonna ball it up. So even on the side, you can see it's a nice window pane. I'm gonna stretch it. This side is tearing, but the center is good. So we're gonna ball it up. No extra kneading necessary. Typically, when you use yeast, I know most pizza recipes, you rest the dough for like 30 minutes and then boom. But because we are dealing with discard, and the discard just needs time and love and energy and patience, that's where we have. So I'm just balling it in my hand, nothing fancy. You can ball it up on the counter. See how jiggly it is? What? And then we're going to put it here to rest. You're going to cover it with whatever you have. And you're going to rest it for 3 to 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, we're going to rest it for 3 to 4 hours. It's good if you get up early, right? Make it, especially on the weekends, you get up early, you make it ahead of time because you're up before everyone. By lunchtime, boom, pizza's ready or ready to make. Either way, I don't mind waiting because I know with bread, even breads that were made with commercial yeast, you need patience. You can't rush it. It's going to do what it's going to do. Okay, so we're going to cover this guy up, which I already did, apparently. And we're going to put it in a warm place. My warm place is in the oven with the light on. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Okay, so now hear me out. I don't even know if this is going to work, but it's going to work. Okay, so this is what your dough is looking like once you put it in. You have a ball here, slippy slidey. And then once it's rested for your 3 to 4 hours, this is what you have. I already know this dough is soft. I already know it's going to be sticky. I already know my oven is doing the most right now. Okay? I have 28 more minutes for this to be at the 4-hour mark. However, I think it's good. And it developed a skin here, which is quite interesting because it was covered. I don't know how this skin developed. Like, you see the different color, like the brownness here, here is still light. I don't even know how that happened. It was covered all the way. I don't even know. Okay, so I don't want to poke and prod too much, but it's soft. So I don't know how that happened. And also too, when I mixed this one, I mixed the salt into the discard water and oil. I already know that dough is going to be better. The one we just mixed together, I know it's going to be better because once I mixed it, I already knew. I'm like, yeah, something's going to go off. It's probably going to make a nice pizza dough, but it's going to take some time. Okay. I'm just trying to let that cool because the internal temperature is a bit warm because my light apparently is really warm. Doesn't even make sense to me what's happening. So I'm going to cover this for a bit. I'm going to get my pizza stone because we're going to bake it on the pizza stone. Maybe we'll make it on... No, I can't trust myself with the pizza stone. Not with that. You know when you look at something and you just know it's going to be it's just going to do the most? It's soft. And it's wet. And I don't understand why it's wet. Right? Do you see that? This is what I don't get right here. So I'm going to try to get the internal temperature down. I'm just looking at the bottom. The bottom, as you can see, like all the development, the bubbles, the gases, they're all there. But I'm concerned about the skin. This should not have formed in the oven when it was covered. I'm trying to, it's not baking. No, it's still raw. So that's interesting. Every single time we do a live stream, something happens that I've never seen. I've never seen this. I've never seen this. This is actually new to me. Maybe I'll leave things in the oven without turning the light on to see. Hi. I'm making, what am I making? Pizza. I'm trying to make pizza with my sourdough, but my dough is doing something that I've never seen. So I don't know, but we're going to just put it in. We're going to bake the pizza in this pan. I made a judgment call. That's what we're going to do. And because I need that space, we're going to take this out. Yeah, I'm not going to embarrass myself on live stream. No. No. We're going to improvise. We're going to hope that this works. How you doing though? It's been a while. It's been a couple of days. We're going to hope that this works. This should work. Because it has nowhere else to go. It should work. Yeah, I'm just going to make a pan pizza. Is it going to be a deep dish pizza? No. I do want to try a Chicago pizza where the cheese is under the sauce. Is that how that works? The deep dish? I do want to try it, though. I've never tried it. I've always seen videos, but I've never tried it. And I love a good pizza. I do. I love a good pizza. I'm good. I'm a little tired today. because it's been a long week so far. But I'm gonna make it work. Okay, I just added some olive oil to my parchment paper. One, I don't want the dough sticking because it's already sticky. Two, I don't know if it's gonna work. Listen, I need to do a redemption for my redemption? Come on. It feels like I'm gonna have to do a redemption for my redemption. Yes, I'm making homemade pizza. I make it with my sourdough discard. But this particular dough is doing something very weird. It's supposed to be nice and airy and bubbly, but it is looking too soft. Maybe the 3 to 4 hours was too long of a wait. Yeah, see? Look at all the gluten structure happening here. Like you can see all the life that's in this dough. Like you can see it oozing out. The problem is it developed a skin in the oven while it was covered. So I need to figure out why. This just completely pretty much killed all the air bubbles. But I gotta improvise. It's a little too soft. I can't do anything with that. Yeah, it sounds perfect. Hopefully it works out. Why am I adding flour? I don't know. Listen, guys, I improvise all the time. Something's gonna happen. Something will work out. It still has ears. I'm trying not to deflate it too much, but it's too soft. I really think it's my oven. I do. I really think it's my oven. Oh. But, like, do you see this? This is not supposed to happen, guys. That's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be a nice, solid dough. So I don't know what this is. Every time. Every single time. We are going to figure this out. Maybe I might be like, because technically, right, this was supposed to be a nice dough, cut it in half, make 2 pizzas. But I can't do that anymore. What? Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. I just, I need a moment. I need a moment. Ah! Is that a spider? Oh my gosh. How? Why? Oh my gosh. You know, I'm done. Today ain't the day. It's not the day. Today ain't the day. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. So, how are you guys doing today? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. This is stressful. This is too much. This is too much. All right, girl. Focus. You would think that something as simple as pizza. And as you can see, I left it for a little bit because I just needed it to dry out. It was like really wet. And I don't know why it was so moist and why it's just like doing the most. But air drying it helps. Adding a little flour helps to absorb it. So yes, a lot of people watch the stream and they don't talk, which it's okay. It's also okay on. I mean, it's not okay. It's okay on the days where I'm talkative and stuff like that. But when I'm tired, oh, the struggle. No, but people do watch. A lot of people watch, and a lot of them actually vote, but most don't speak in the chat. I mean, I'd be interested to know where people are watching from. That would be cool. Like, what country are you in? What side of the world? You know? But then another thing, too, most people, some people are at work. All right, no problem. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye. Okay, we are going to let this, it's still a little, see, now I'm able to touch and it not stick. It was just so warm. But I've already made my mind. We're going to put it in here. And then we're going to just bake it up. And I'm hoping for a nice, crispy outline, fluffy inside with all the toppings. That's what I'm hoping for. That's my aim. And I still have faith in my dough because it smells like a nice pizza dough. It's just doing the most right now. Like, for real. Okay. We are just going to go all in. Because I don't know what else to do. This is... Okay. I don't think it's supposed to look like this. Listen, I need to go back to the drawing board for this pizza recipe. But I have faith. I'm going to make it work. You know, every time I do this and I get like, oh my goodness, it works. It might just turn out. We might just make a masterpiece. And it's also because, you know, you're used to a pizza dough being a certain way. And then now here comes you trying to make something out of something else. And it's like, this doesn't look like a pizza dough. This looks like something else. Okay. I'm just going to dry my hands. I'm going to add some olive oil. Just so it's not sticking to me. Because I see the air pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see the air bubbles in here. So I know there's life in this dough. I just don't understand. And I think that's the part that's bugging me, is why it was creating a skin while it was covered. That's the only thing that is bothering me. But let me tell you, I may act crazy. I may do all of this stuff. I know what I'm doing. I do. I know what I'm doing. I also want to make sure it is even to an extent, because there's nothing worse than eating a lumpy pizza. I've had them before. I don't want no lumpy pizza. Okay. I mean, it's looking good. It's all right. Because this dough, this is why I got to make my executive decisions. This dough would not have been good on a pizza stone. It just wouldn't work. Okay. So we're in the corner. We got you there. Everything is good. All right. I think that's looking good. Redemption is not bad. I think the oil will help it. The olive oil will help. I do think that for sure. So, okay. Stress number 1, done. I panic and then figure it out. So now what we're gonna do, so I'm letting it sit for a bit. Doesn't need to do anything. I'm not pre-baking. I'm just letting it sit. Come on, you come here. Yeah, so I'm gonna let that sit. And we're gonna have our cheese, and I'm using spinach. I thought about all the different toppings I could have put on this, but to be honest with you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I thought about all the different options that I can put on this pizza. I kept it simple because, baby, no, ma'am. Okay. Do you see the morning I'm having today? No. We're going to keep it nice and simple. Yeah. So there's air pockets. I just popped one, actually. There are air pockets in here. So I'm hoping that, once it gets to the heat, and maybe I shouldn't have preheated it, but it's a pizza though. It needs it. So this is the cheese that I'm using. Why? It is the cheapest one that I could find. It really is. I've had this before. It's fine. I went to the store this morning to get mozzarella because I don't have cheese. And they want to tell me they want to charge me $8.99 for this much of cheese. No, thank you. No, thank you. Not gonna happen. Okay, so I went ahead and I made my tomato sauce ahead of time because I really just wanted to have like a smooth transition, and then this happened. So this is my tomato sauce. As you can see, there's tomatoes. I have chili flakes, chili powder, fresh garlic, black pepper, a little bit of salt, and some parsley for color. That's all I have in here. I had diced tomatoes, and I used my immersion blender just to cut the chunks a little. Now you can use the ladle, you can use the back of a spoon, you can use a knife, you can use a palette knife, you can use whatever you need to make this thing work for you. Okay? You don't need all these fancy equipment. Just use what you have and it'll work. Now this pizza is gonna be real boring but real expensive. Okay? Because even the spinach wasn't cheap. I mean, if you have meat, you can put meat on here. If you have whatever, I like putting shrimp on my pizza. I also like putting pineapple on my pizza because it goes on pizza. I know there's so many people that hate pineapple on pizza. Why? It's your food. You can put whatever you want to put on it. People put anchovies on pizza. Do I complain? No. Okay, so sauce-wise, we're good. I'll tell you what, though. Once this dough, I'm going to pick it up so you can see. Once this dough, this one, is good and ready, and it looks like it's doing some stuff, I'm pretty sure I'm going to turn that into either a pizza pocket, depending on how much cheese I have left, pizza pocket or pizza balls with it. I also don't like seeing my crusts. I want lots of sauce. I'm that person that wants extra sauce on their pizza, especially if it's a good sauce. So we have that. But I am taking my time because you might be wondering, why is she taking so long? It's because I'm trying to give the dough some time to, like, bounce back, I should say. Oh, it sure is. It sure is. I'm just giving it some time to bounce back from all that trauma it went through. Listen, sometimes you just gotta talk to it nicely and be patient. And sometimes it works, and other times you just gotta go and try again. You know what I'm saying? But yes, this is it. We're looking good. And I'm hoping, which I don't think it's going to be like soggy or anything, we should be fine. Now I need to figure out which goes first, the spinach or the cheese. Oh, jeez. I don't have I don't have any method to my madness when it comes to this. I kind of just do whatever. This is baby spinach. I'm just gonna wash the leaves a little. I know it says it's pre-washed, but I like washing my stuff. I do. How's your day going, frugal grocery? I'll call you frugal gal. How's your morning going? Just giving it some time. Because it looks like it's doing some stuff. Like, I don't know if you could see, but like even on the edges here, there's some air pockets. So it's gonna be a beautiful thing. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. We just had to have a moment of excitement. And it all comes together. That's all. This is the most random pizza ever because it really and truly is just going to be cheese and spinach. Sometimes I put my cheese first and then my spinach and then some more cheese. It just depends. It depends on my mood, honestly. But I know this is going to be delicious because it smells amazing. I know the sauce is delicious. And by the time I'm done and making this and I present the final result, we're going to forget all what happened on screen. Oh, nice. I love lazy, slow days because they're not necessarily lazy days. They're just slow. I love those days, girl. I love those days. Okay, I think that's enough. We don't need to add any more. Also, too, I wanted to add that we are going to be making butter cheese because I've never made homemade cheese. And that's as far as I got on my list. We're going to be doing that in the next couple of weeks live. So one live is going to be cheese and one live is going to be butter. Okay, I think you have enough time. I think you're looking good. The bubbles are popping. So we're just gonna add the mozzarella. We're just gonna add the mozzarella. That might be too much cheese. But there's never such a thing as too much cheese. Okay. There's always enough cheese. Just need cheese pit, and we're gonna put that there. I feel like that's fine. Probably like this little one here. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good. And then I also like to, I know some pizza places sprinkle it after. Mm-mm. I'm gonna bake this bad boy with my seasoning, whatever I want. You don't have to do this step. I just do it. It's just something I like doing. And since this is a simple pizza, yeah, why not? And then when I'm done, I like to drizzle it with some honey. Oh, baby. I'm getting excited. Okay. So the oven, I preheated at 350. I'm going to put it up to 400 because that's the temperature we're going to be baking this at. I usually have water in the oven in a little container. So I am going to fill it up. It needs to be filled up. There's some in there, but not enough. So we're going to fill it up. But so far, I'm not going to lie to you. It looks good. I'm feeling like it's gonna work out. But either way, I'm gonna eat it because it smells good. So this is the pizza that we have. I made the decision not to bake it on the pizza stone because the dough was just a bit too soft. And I know it was gonna fall apart. We did not need that issue on live, okay? So I just made the decision to do it that way. I put some olive oil in the pan so that the dough doesn't stick to the paper. And then I put the dough on, spread it out, add a little olive oil on top, spread it out, put it on top. Oh, wow. See, that's another thing. I'm worried about like what I eat and how much I eat it. So I don't eat pizza often as well. I eat it in moderation. But as long as you're able to control your diet, kudos to you. Because controlling the diet is hard. You know how hard it is. So kudos to you. So you're not even able to eat, like, can you eat it or just not? Like, can you eat it like once every 6 months? Or you just stay away from it at all? Like, just, I'm done with pizza. We're not even going to do this. Because maybe, because I'm thinking about it. What if they told me I shouldn't have pizza anymore? Like, shouldn't? Can't? Or maybe once every 6 months. I mean, obviously for health reasons, you do what you have to do. I'm just asking. Because I think I need to pay close attention to what I eat and how I do it once in a blue moon. Okay, that makes sense. I need to pay attention to the things that I eat, how I eat, when I eat. So, because I was having this conversation with someone and they're like, oh, they can't wake up in the morning and eat breakfast. Okay. And I can't wake up in the morning and not eat breakfast. Oh, but you shouldn't be eating so early in the morning. No, I eat when I'm hungry. I firmly believe that everyone's body is different. Some people can fast. If I don't eat at a certain time, I got a migraine. What? Fasting might work, but it might not work for me. You know? So I get it. I don't know. I think some people just think that because they do it, everyone else should do it. But it's like, no. Fasting really does work for people, but I have migraines. Not eating. See, this morning I woke up at 6 and I ate at 8 o'clock. If I pushed it past that, I'd have been a very miserable person here. I'd have been grumbling. I'd have been like, what is going on? Like, no, I need to eat. I need the food to be in my stomach. And I realize I'm going to put this in the oven. It is at 400. Honestly, you might put it to 450 or 425. I realize that I need to have a lot, like a protein punch in the morning to keep me going. Because if I wake up and I just eat like a cereal or something, if I ate the cereal at 8 o'clock, by 11 o'clock, I'm hungry again. So I need protein. I need lots of protein. And I know when I don't, I haven't eaten a balanced meal, because I start getting tired and just lethargic and don't want to do anything. Yeah. I think everyone's different. So you gotta find what works for you. But I know when I have these conversations with people, I'm just like, I have it. I'm not even gonna say anything else. Just have it. Because people like to say, no, but there's studies. Okay, but they didn't study me. Did they study you? They didn't study me. I can tell you. I can tell you what happens when I don't eat for an extended period of time. I can tell you that. I get sick. I can tell you that. I can tell you everything. But yeah, because I even joke with my friend, what if they told me I couldn't eat pineapple or mangoes ever again? I'd have to find a way for me to eat that. Are you kidding me? Uh-uh. Mm-mm. I'm just like, no. So I get it. You just got to do what's best for your body and what's best for you, because what works for one is definitely not going to work for you. Okay. So is the light on? Now it is. We put it in. Oh, wait. I didn't even put the timer. How long are we making this for? Okay. Usually on a pizza stone, and the pizza's nice and hot. The stone is nice and hot. Less than 10 minutes. But this is in a pan. So I'll probably put it to 15 minutes and check, because listen, I'm completely exhausted right now, so I don't even know what's happening in the world today. I woke up and I'm just like, oh, great. I have to go to the store. I went to the store yesterday to buy the strawberries, and I didn't pick up the cheese. And now we're here. Also, if you can see the poll, let me know who's leading the poll, because I need to know what we're making tomorrow. I can't even see my poll here. Usually I see my poll. I can't see my poll. No. What do you want? Give me a second, guys. Oh. Anything else? Okay. Okay. All right. We're just gonna let that marinate. I don't know what's gonna happen here. It's smelling good, which is really, really, really good. I'm happy for that. Smelling good. It's smelling ready. It's just gonna take a while to bake up. So, okay, I'm gonna check the poll because I need to know what we're making tomorrow, so at least I have an idea. Blueberry. Oh, okay. Okay. Blueberry. Yeah, that one's new. But hot dog finally got a vote. Nobody voted for hot dog yesterday, and I don't understand why. Like, why wouldn't you want hot dog buns? When we tried to make hot dog buns on live, it turned out to be biscotti. Can you imagine? Like, why? Why? Like, I don't even understand. Is it blueberry? I think it is blueberry season. I think it is. So yeah, we could do we could do the blueberry loaf. Why? Because I want it. That's why I put it on the list. Oh, listen, I am completely tired. We're gonna refresh Fred while we wait for this pizza. Those of you who joined the live 2 days ago, you saw me make him, like refresh him. And now we're going to refresh again. And he's hungry. You can tell I kind of disturbed him yesterday just to show the live what was going on with him. 1 second. but it's okay. So as you can see, this is what he's looking like. He grew to about here, and now he is down here. So he is a little bit hungry, and we're going to refresh. And this is what he looks like on the inside. Right? Super delicious, smelling yummy. So I foresee him growing a little bigger this refresh. Reason being because this would be that this is day number 2. Usually I last longer because I don't really use it as much. But he is gonna grow a little bit. I find that usually is what happens. Okay, so if you're new and you've never seen me refresh my starter, his name is Fred. Okay, he's a good boy. I usually use 250 grams. However, I usually use maybe 200 grams of this, 150 grams. Whatever comes out first is what I use. And then I mix him with his child. Right? Because I find I get a nice growth spurt, nice texture, nice smell, nice everything. When I bake with it, it's good. Everything. Some days I do, some days I don't. It just depends. I can't tell you the schedule only because I go based on what it is looking like. If it looks like when I refreshed, it was full of life and everything, then I continue to pattern. If not, I say, okay, let me just use you by yourself and we can figure it out from there. So this is 165 grams. So I'm just going to add the difference to make 250. This is just how I've always done it. I honestly don't know if there's a rule against it, but to me, Fred Jr. is no longer, he's not a discard. To me, he's a starter. Because I can take this right now, feed it with a ratio of whatever, and I can guarantee you that's my starter, right? So that's 250 grams. And again, what I like to do is, because I haven't thrown out any starters since I started at all. I like to add him, Fred, back into his son, Fred Jr. I swear, people watching this and they don't know anything about sourdough, they're like, what is she talking about? Yeah, that's usually what I do. And as you can see, this is what we have. And I also like to clean the container every 3 to 4 refreshes, like wash the container, clean it up, because I don't think the starters actually like a dirty container. And I also think it limits the growth potential, especially if they're not, like the walls are dirty and things aren't mixed in properly. That's what I really think is happening. I think it stunts the growth potential, one. And it's like old bacteria versus new bacteria, right? So that's what I think is happening. So this is the baby. And I'm just going to clean out the container just to get the walls a little clear. And then the next refresh I do, which is probably going to be off camera, I'm going to wash the container. And I'm still trying to find a better container. I need one without a lip, because it causes issues. Even for the discard in the fridge. So I don't know if you can see it, but like right around here, there's a buildup. And if you pull it at any given moment, there might be a crust there. That's what I've noticed. But that's also because I pay close attention to all the different changes that are happening with my discard. So at least I know, hey, I successfully kept it alive for X amount of time. And when this changed, this is what happened. So I have a notebook with everything. Yeah, I have a notebook with everything, all the changes, all the smells, things like that happen. Because there's different colors that it goes through. Sometimes it's like not jet, I was going to say jet white. Pure white. Sometimes it's white, sometimes it's cream, and then maybe like off white. Y'all remember the Colgate commercial from back in the day? She's like, what color are my teeth? And the kids were like, pearl, off white, all that stuff. Yeah. It goes through, this goes through changes. So I also do this. I mix. So I send whatever's at the top to the bottom and bring whatever's at the bottom to the top. So everything is mixed in. So if something is off, it all goes off together. That's my method. That's my reasoning. This one has a nice creamish, almost pinkish hue, but not pink like it's turning pink. It just has a tint of pink. I know that doesn't make sense, what I'm saying. But as you can see, there's a lot of life happening here. See all the different bubbles. There's a lot of life happening. So my starter was active. My discard is active. So I like doing that. I spend time. This is actually quick because I spend time with my starter, just making sure everything is good with my discard, making sure, you know. So I try to make a dent in it because of all the refreshes that we do. Well, I do. So I have to make sure, because if I leave this out today, maybe in an hour, it'll be at the top, like it'll be spilling over. So that's why it ended up in the fridge. But these are just things that I picked up along the way. Again, I'm not an expert when it comes to sourdough by any means. I'm still trying to perfect making a sourdough loaf how I want it to be visually. I can make the bread. I know what the bread tastes like. I could do it. I made a raisin bread. Perfect, right? But now I just want to make a plain bread. I think I'm good with inclusions bread, like raisin, whatever. I think I'm good at making those with the sourdough. It's just making a pure sourdough loaf. That's been my challenge. So I'm working on it. And hopefully one day, not soon, we're going to have a live stream of me baking the bread. I just have to formulate how it would look, because I love y'all. You know, I do. I love y'all. But I'm not trying to sit on live for 12 hours watching bread. No. It ain't going to happen. I love y'all, but no. I need my time. So I'm going to try to formulate something where we can actually bake it. Like maybe split the lives, do one in the morning, and then split it in the afternoon when it's ready to go in the oven. Whatever. However it looks, it will look, and it will work. Okay. Are you figuring out what you're doing yet? Because I don't understand. I'm going to just rotate this. I have a hotspot. I don't know what you're doing. Let me know. Thank you. Yes, I do. I speak to my food. I do. I speak to my food. I speak to my dishes. I speak to everything. Because why are you acting up? Okay. I even speak to my car. It's like, what did I do to you? Like, what is the reason for this behavior? Okay, so I have a parchment paper here just to prevent uh, moisture from the lid going in. And I have paper towel on the lid because I notice as I keep it in the fridge, moisture develops and it was affecting the top. You know what's funny? I said 15 minutes. That's not even ready. I'm done. My oven is doing the most. I'm done. It's not even ready. So yeah, so when it's in the fridge, the moisture affects it and there is a coat. Like there's a skin that forms and I know it's from the moisture. I don't like it. So I do what I can to prevent the skin from forming so that we have no issues with the discard and it's still fresh and it's still alive. That's what I've been doing, okay? If no one's gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. This is my child. Just like he goes to private school, you know? So now we're gonna mix into the starter itself. We have 250 grams, and I'm gonna use warm water. As I said before, mine likes warm water. We're gonna do 190 grams. We're gonna mix it. I like mixing the water in with the starter. And if you go over by a little, don't worry about it. It's fine. I've done that so many times with the water, with the flour, with the discard. It still grows. It's still active. It still does what it needs to do. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know what a pizza is supposed to look like today. Wait, I need a moment. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Okay. We're going to do it one thing at a time. We are going to mix the water into our discard. If you're new, this is how I refresh my discard. It's going to be a stiff dough. So we're just going to mix it in. I find this method to be easier for me, but you can do however you want. If you want to add it, if you want to add everything together, the flour, the discard, and the starter, and your water, flour, water, and starter together and mix it, do that. I find this is just better for me. Because, some people say, well, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference for you. I'm doing this because I want to. Might be an extra step, but at least in every step that I do, I can see something. I can see if it's off. I can see if I'm missing something. Because I guess as you go, as you do it, you start noticing all the different changes with your starter, what you need, what you don't need, stuff like that. That's my only advice. Sure, you can listen to me, you can follow someone else who's an expert, but what I'm telling you right now might not even work for you because your temperature is different. Maybe your altitude is different. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta use it and follow maybe as a guideline, but not as Bible, just as a guideline and adjust to your area. So this is all-purpose flour. This is going to be 375 grams of flour. I don't use bread flour. I've never used bread flour with Fred. So I don't know what he's going to look like if I say, "Ooh, let me throw some bread flour in there." Maybe he'll be like, nah. Maybe he'll be like, oh, this is what I've been waiting for my entire life. You just gotta figure out what works for you. This is smelling really good, but I have questions. I'm stressed. And I don't even mean to be like this. I don't. My oven is just doing a number on me. That doesn't even feel like it's 400 degrees. And when I put it at 350, 350 feels like it's 400 degrees. Anyways, we're going to mix this in. Mix, mix, mix. Now, I've had instances where I use the exact amount, nothing different, and it's dry. I don't know what's going on. I've had it where I mix the exact thing and it's a bit sticky, right? It just depends on the moisture content in the air, the humidity. There's a lot of different factors going into this, honestly. There really is. And people don't like to admit it. But there's a lot of different factors, especially when it comes to baking. Cooking is a lot easier. It can be difficult, but it's a lot easier than baking, in my opinion. Because baking, you got to factor in a whole lot. Do you want to make sure your bread is a certain weight after bake? You got to make sure it's a certain weight before you bake it. This is a real thing. That's why I know those of us in Canada, like there's like a bread scandal where they're selling you a bread that says it's like 400 grams, but when you take it out of the bag, it's only like 200 grams. That's an exaggeration. But yeah, before bake weight and after bake weight, different weight. Because when you bake, your water content decreases. So you have to factor in that when you size your dough. So if you want 100 grams dough at the end of baking, yeah, you got to do your math, your baker's math, and get it done. Okay, starter's ready to go. This is my starter, nice and stiff. I don't need it to develop it. I just need it to get the excess flour up. And I'm just going to put it in here. And we're done. I press it a little. Sometimes I don't. I just do it that way. Then I cover it and put it back in its corner. And we're going to check on this pizza. Because I'm not happy. I know you know I'm not happy. Usually I do a happy dance. Usually I'm like, okay, nope. There's something. I need to check my oven temperature. So I have to buy an oven thermometer. Something's going on. Could be the recipe, could be me, could be something. Something's going on that I cannot tell you what it is right now, honestly. So I'm just going to put this up and then we get the final product out. And I know some of you might look at it and be like, oh, that's so good. It looks good. But for a person like myself, like I'm a perfectionist when perfection isn't even real. Like I don't even understand. Okay. We're going to just move this to the side. I do apologize for the dishes that you're seeing in the background, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. All right, we're going to pull this bad boy out and we're going to dissect it. We're going to examine it to see what went wrong, what we could have changed, what if, all that stuff, okay? That's what we're about to do. Because it seems like it's not even, I mean, it looks good. It looks good. I want it to have a little more color. But the cheese, the crust isn't crusting for me. And it's soft. Right? It's actually soft. It's soft. It's soft. It's soft. Where's my listen? Where's my pizza stone? I'm just not having a good day. I don't know what anything is. I don't. I want it to crisp up. I really want it to crisp up. I can't even lie to you. Parchment. This is all the doctoring that happens. I mean, it looks good. It looks really good, right? But the crust for me isn't what I need it to be. And I'm going to eat it. I will not sit here and tell you I'm not going to eat it. Well, I'm going to eat it. I need to doctor it just a little. I needed to, because I already know the bottom doesn't have the color I'm looking for. That's 1. 2, there is no crunch. 3, it's not acting like a pizza dough. You're acting like you're a cake, and you're not. You can be anything you want to be, but today you're supposed to be pizza, okay? Jeez. You're supposed to be pizza today. So I'm going to put this in. Try to crust it a little, at least the bottom. Now, we're going to look at this dough. This is the one I made on live stream with you guys. And to me, see, it's looking good. It's out in the air. It's doing its own thing for whatever time, right? It's been in here for like maybe an hour. I'm going to open it. I just want to touch it to feel it. It's fine. The air in there is warm, but the dough itself is cool. I already know this is going to be a good dough. I'm just thinking about what happens if it was too warm, because I know the internal temperature was warm. Maybe instead of leaving it in a warm place, you just leave it at room temperature for 3 to 4 hours and just let it do its thing. Maybe you could do that. I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. The dough itself, it seems very soft. And it doesn't seem like, it seems bread-like, dough-like, pizza-like, but not really. I mean, I think my first recipe was better than this. This is a brand new recipe that I'm trying. I need a redemption for my redemption pizza. How do I do that? And the week was going so well. We did the banana bread. We did the sweet potato bread. We even did the strawberry muffins. But pizza was the one. Pizza definitely was the one. Okay, so it's in the oven. I'm trying to get it to crust up a little. But it's soft. I already knew that would not have worked on the pizza stone at all. I don't know. And it's going to bother me now because this is not experiencing the same conditions as the first one. And I also do think that the salt mixing in with the discard at the beginning has a lot to do with it. I really do think so. Because it's the same recipe and that one's still looking nice and sturdy. In here is warm, but it's still firm. It's not wet. It's not soft. It's not sticky. So it really could be, it could be anything at this point. I mixed it up, made everything, all the right ingredients were in there. The only difference is technique. and when I was adding what? This one that's in the oven, salt went in directly with the discard, the water, the oil, and the sugar. This guy that we made today on live, salt got added to the flour. So I'm thinking that's one of the reasons why we're having this issue, because I mean it's not even crusting. Like, I'm gonna show you because obviously it broke. Like, look at that. You can see you got some air pockets. However, why you look like cake? Why do you look like cake? And I think that has a lot to do with the softness of it, right? Hey, Mr. Perfection. I really think that has a lot to do with the softness. I mean, it smells okay. Not that it doesn't smell good, but it's more cake-like to me. So I need to figure out what happened. And it probably needs more time to bake. This. I need a redemption for the redemption. I can't do it. And you want to bet if I just say, you know what? Let me just bake this. It hasn't even been resting for the same amount of time as that. And I said, let me just bake this. You want to bet it turns out really good? I already know. I already know. Maybe we don't need the 4 hours. Maybe just need like an hour. Because I really feel like that's it. I do. Well, I burnt the cheese. We're not even going to talk about the cheese. It's just too much happening. Way too much happening. Are you allowing me to take you out now? Because normally you're not hot. I don't even know where my pizza stone is. Ugh, listen. I don't even know where my pizza stone is. Because I would say I'd put the pizza stone in, but the oven has to be cool before I put it in. See, I mean, it looks much better crust-wise. The bottom started getting color. It's just there's a number of factors. Oh, yes, I am having a hiccup. And I haven't hung clothes out on the line in forever. Yeah. We have yo, I could play it off like most people be like, and here you have it, the delicious pizza. No, I'm not gonna lie. It looks good, right? So sure, I can take a picture. Ooh, I made this today. This is bomb, whatever. However, this dough needs work because it's cake. And then sometimes I feel like the olive oil just does something. The dough itself tastes good. Really good. No, I'm not gonna fake it. I mean, this is gonna live online forever, and that's fine. But I know I can make pizza. We It's good. The dough is good. Flavor wise, getting it to crisp up a little made the difference, but I don't know why it feels like a cake. Obviously, not a cake. It's really soft. Now I don't understand why. See, I was trying to call it focaccia, but I don't even have no dimples. But it's good. Yes, I'm hungry now. But it's good. It's really good. I just don't. I'm trying to think if I should just. You know what? We're about to do that. We're gonna do that. Like it's really good, and I wouldn't eat it if it wasn't good. And I shouldn't be cutting it from the sides because that's not how you eat pizza. It's holding together now, but before it probably just needed that extra time to crisp. Okay, we're gonna do an experiment since I'm here. Might as well. Might as well. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the same thing I did with this with half the dough. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I want to see if it makes a difference. Because that dough is still firm. And it's been chilling for like maybe an hour and change. Yes, it is good. Okay, 1 second. Okay, we're going to do this quick. And I already know it's not going to take a long time to bake. Probably 15 minutes. But we're going to test it out. Maybe instead of using brown parchment paper, we're going to use white parchment paper. I don't know. Maybe that works. Because I'm just trying to give my children the best chance at life. Okay? We're going to see. Not quite the same conditions, but I'm doing an experiment now. We got to experiment. No. Well. Should I skip the parchment paper? Maybe I'll skip the parchment paper. If this doesn't come out, it's your fault. Oh, should I skip the parchment? If one more person says yes, skip the parchment paper, then maybe. Because I don't trust this guy. Okay? I might skip it. It might work. It might not. But either way, you know what? I'm going to skip the parchment paper. We'll see. Let me put the temperature back up to 400. No, but the thing is, if I skip the parchment paper, I hope you understand what you're asking me to do. If I skip the parchment paper, the dough is going to be baking like this. Nothing else. I hope you know that's what you're asking me to do. It's been done before. I just want you to be clear that that is what you're asking me to do right now. Okay? So we're going to just divide this. I'm not going to use my scale. Usually I would. Yeah, I don't even know. We're just going to cut this down. I mean, it's like a pizza dough. This is the dough I'm talking about, you know? I am going to blame you, of course. But just so you got a closer look, this is the one we made on live, okay? This guy has been sitting down for close to maybe an hour, just chilling. But since the first guy just wasn't working, I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Can you see that? Yeah. Listen, it's just a test. I already have the dough. Might as well experiment. Okay. I can't cry now. It's already on the internet. I can't cry. And it's already, the dough is already telling me it's not ready. Right? When you have a dough and it pulls back immediately, it needs more time. See the drawback? Do you see that action? It needs more time to rest. But it's okay. Your other half will. I do have cornmeal, and that would probably give it a nice crusty crust at the bottom. But I'm already here. I'm already committed. I'm already committed, girl. Once I commit, I commit. But yeah, so whenever you see a drawback, so if let's just say this wasn't going to be pizza, but this was going to be something else. Anytime you stretch it and it pulls back, it's not ready. It needs more time to rest for the gluten to like relax and do what it needs to do, all that good stuff. Right? We just gonna wing this. And I'm gonna eat both of them throughout the day. But it's okay. It's not a waste. It's a learning experience for me. I just don't like when I know it's supposed to work and it's not working. All right. So we have that. It's not going to get, well, it can get wider because it could be a thin crust, but I don't really care about all of that. Come on, work with me. Stay. We don't have a lot of air pockets here, but we might get some baking. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Next order of business. And the other thing too, the dough is not even soggy. Because then I would be like, oh, girl, you put too much sauce. It wasn't even that. It was not even that. Okay. It just decided that it's going to be a cake pizza. Oh, that's too much. Getting a little too excited. You know what's going to be funny? The bottom of this is going to burn. It's going to be crispy. This is not how I make pizza, okay? I make pizza on a pizza stone with cornmeal flour mix at the bottom of it on the pizza stone. But the first dough just wasn't working. It was too soft for the pizza stone. And clearly, it has its own issues. It was going through puberty. Because what is this? What is happening? It's a teenager. Okay. We're going to see what this little guy has to do. What he's doing. I'm going to get my... Yeah, it's not going to bake long. So we'll be fine. I just want to make sure there is oil. Not soaking. But enough. So it ain't sticking. Right? That's going to be a cleanup I don't want to have, but it's okay. Let me get the cheese. Where did I put the cheese? Oh, there we go. Oh, wait. Spinach. No. I don't want no spinach on this. It's going to ruin my whole thing. Honestly, we're just going to use up all the cheese because it's just sliced up cheese. Boom. Done. I'm going to add my seasonings because that's how I like it. Sure. I should have added some green, but I didn't want it. I didn't want it because I already did it for the first one. The only difference that we're doing right now is that we're not baking on a parchment. We're baking on tray. And we're hoping for the best. See now, this needs some cheese on this side. Like, why would you do that? Okay, there we go. You know when things just look off? This is what is happening here. Okay, this is our test. This is our test. Okay, it did not stay the full 3 to 4 hours. It is just gonna be baked. This is just too much. And this was the first guy we made. Watch me get my pizza cutter, and my pizza cutter ain't working. I mean, the pizza cutter is gonna work because it's sharp. But I truly, truly, truly want to see. Yo, the cheese? Oh my gosh. The cheese! Look at the cheese! What is happening here? The cheese got crispy, crunchy. The cheese is more crunchy than the crust. Oh, jeez. That is hilarious. The cheese is crunchier than the crust. Okay. For the record, this is pizza's cousin. Okay, this is what the bottom is looking like of it. And this is the top. I think it needs to be more crispy for me. It's good. But the cheese is crustier than the crust. That's a problem. But it's good though. Okay, 15 minutes, same time to 400. We're gonna see. Might as well just eat the cheese. Cheese is crustier. But to be honest, it works. It's just, you know, when you have your mind set on one thing, the cheese is crustier than the crust. That's missed. The cheese got more backbone than the crust. I don't even understand. Okay, it's cooked all the way through. It just looked like cake. Listen, the pizza we need a redemption for the redemption pizza. Okay? Do I see you life? Let me tell you. The way how that one's puffing up. And this one didn't even do anything. And you got the most time. Listen, every time, okay? Every time we come on live, this happens. I promise you. I promise you. Every single time. It happens. The only difference is you guys get to see my whole process. I literally go through all these emotions every time. Every single time. Okay. Well, like that. You know, I mean, this is good. I just don't like the crust. It's not crusty enough. I just want the cheese at this point. I can't. Who's leading the polls? Is Blueberry still winning? Looks like. Okay. Blueberry's still in the lead. That one's new. So hopefully we don't struggle with that one tomorrow. You know, I think for these sourdough bake-a-thons, we need to have a break day. Okay. Wednesday seems to be the break day. We go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, break. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because didn't we make something last month in the middle? Wasn't that the sweet potato bread and it didn't come out? We need a break day. I gotta do a break day in between. I gotta do a rest day because what is this? Oh Lord. It's so important to laugh at yourself. Because let me tell you, no way how yeah, I don't even know what that one's doing anymore. Like, oh my goodness. Let me tell you, I I cannot I cannot convince you I know what I'm talking about. I just know what I'm talking about, okay? I know how to bake. I know how to make pizza. I mean, shoot, we made one of the hardest things yesterday. And then we need a space break. Can we just pretend like this live never happened and then just continue tomorrow like it's day number 4 all over again, like Groundhog Day? Because what is this? The cheese is crustier than the crust. You can't. Yeah, I can't even lie. The dough is not even acting like it's doing anything. It's been 5 minutes. I'm just gonna rotate it. It seems like, and I'm just being honest, it seems like the bottom coils aren't hot. That's what it's feeling like. Because the top one, that could be. I don't even think it's on. Oh, is it not on for real? Oh my gosh. Something is wrong with my oven. Something. You know why? I'm sitting here baffling because think about it. 400 shouldn't do this to the cheese. But the lights above are not the lights, but you know when the coils get really hot, they get red. The one at the top's been red this entire time. The one at the bottom ain't doing nothing. I'm doing a test. I'm doing a test with a paper towel to see if the bottom is hot or not. What is happening? It's not hot. It's not even burning. That's exactly what. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's why. Because I knew something was going on with my oven. Because there was no way. Listen, okay. I told y'all I blame everything but me. Okay, there is no way that I would have messed up this pizza. Zero. And then that would also explain why when I put the bowl in the oven, the top half is just hot by the light. Like it's just hot. But the bottom half ain't doing nothing. Yo, are y'all seeing this? 350 and the top half, the top coil is completely red. The bottom ain't even on. Okay. It's definitely my oven. So I just did the test. I just touched the bottom coil. As you can see, I just want to show you there's nothing here. And we're going to touch the top. See? Top. Die. It's at 350 and the top is scorching. So needless to say, that bottom one right there is not going to be, the one we just put in, it's not going to work. So the bottom, what the? Listen. Now my thing is, when did this go out? When did my oven go out? Okay. So here's the deal. We're not gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna wait for this guy to finish because it's not gonna finish. And a double thing. And this taking forever, it just really meant that it was slowly cooking. And probably not even all the way through. Which probably means like my bake, not yesterday, but the day before, that's why. The bottom coil isn't working, so there's no heat coming up to the top, which usually forces, you know, the heat from the bottom forces the dough to expand, and that didn't happen. Now you want to work? Now it took me to turn the stove off and turn it back on. No, the coil's working now. I'm done. I give up. I give up on this. I give up on this. This is ridiculous at this point. So you've already wasted 10 minutes of my time. This is already soaked up. So I think what happened, right, with this one, the bottom coil wasn't on. And it soaked up the olive oil, right? Which also leads to a soggy-ish crust. Why am I finding all these things out while we're live? I'm done. Am I going to redeem this? Yes. I'm going to put this back in the oven at some point so that it can like dry out to eat it. Because I don't want no soggy nothing. The bottom coil decided to go on now. The pizza looks like it's baking, but I want to show you. I'm going to show you. Because it doesn't matter what I do right now. It's been in the oven for 15 minutes, and this is all we have. So I know my oven is the problem, right? The bottom, girl, the bottom isn't even doing anything because there was no heat coming from the bottom. All the heat was coming from the top, and that doesn't help a pizza dough. I don't understand why you're trying to embarrass me in front of these people, okay? I treat you well. What's wrong with you? Gosh, just so upsetting. So, we might have to have a redemption for our pizza, which is fine, but it ain't gonna happen right now, okay? I gotta call these people to figure out what's going on with the oven because I can't have another mishap like this. That's money. Cheese is expensive. Flour is expensive too, you know? So I'm just waiting to see if it's going to do anything, if it's going to get any color or anything like that. And the only thing I did was turn it on and off. I shouldn't have to do that. I know that pizza is already done for. I'm upset. I'm very upset. I'm very upset. Okay. Let me look at the polls. Tomorrow, we are going to be making blueberry loaf. That seems pretty easy. So tomorrow we're going to be making that. Same time, 10:30. Sorry, 1 second. No, there's no saving this. There's actually no saving that pizza. Listen, tomorrow we're gonna be here. We're gonna make a sourdough blueberry loaf cake. I'm gonna try to see if I can get my oven fixed or looked at. It probably won't come today. So hopefully it behaves and it works for tomorrow. If not, we're gonna have a problem. Okay. So the issues that I can see so far, so we can wrap it up, is when the first pizza went into the oven, the bottom wasn't heating. So the top was the only way that I was getting the heat. There was nothing happening at the bottom. Didn't work. Okay. Bread needs air, heat, bottom up, pushing all the gas to expand. It didn't get to expand. Instead, it looked like a cake. Because it soaked up all of the olive oil instead of the olive oil just acting as an insulator on the outside and crunching and crisping it. It didn't work. So, oven problem. Recipe seems okay. Might have to tweak it. We'll figure it out. But flavor-wise, it's there. Yeah. I'm actually disappointed because I was looking forward to eating pizza. I'm disappointed. I'm going to show you the first one. I don't even know. This was the very first one we made. We had to doctor it a bit. It doesn't look bad. It's delicious. However, there's an issue with my oven. So it didn't get the chance to expand as it would. As you can see, this is the bottom of the crust. It didn't get to do what it needed to do because the heat wasn't coming through. This kind of cooked from the top down instead of from the bottom up. That's what we have. I'm not happy. That was the first one. This was the second one we were trying to experiment with. As you can see, the cheese started to melt, but it's still not even melty because there's not a lot of heat happening in the oven. Right? The bottom is like the first one, pale, no color, probably still raw. So we're going to try, I'm going to try and figure out what's going on with the oven. So hopefully we're back here tomorrow. If we cannot be back here tomorrow, it will jump to Friday and we will still make the blueberry loaf on Friday. Depending on what these guys say, I'll let you guys know in my community tab. But if you want to see more sourdough videos, okay, I have a playlist on my channel, Sourdough Diary. You can see when I started and all the different recipes that I've made when we started the bake-a-thon until today, okay? That is it. I can't even enjoy this pizza anymore. I'm mad. That's it. For this live, for this video, if you're watching the playback, thank you so much. Let me know where you're watching from. I will see you back here maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, you'll see me here on Friday, just depending on what's going on with my oven, okay? That is it. And, oh, I'm still going to eat it. I'm just disappointed. I'm going to try and dry it out. I'm just disappointed right now. But that is it for this video. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate everyone that stopped in, said hello, all that good stuff. You already know. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye. What the heck? Oh. Thank you. Okay, bye.